Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
What's up, everybody? Hello there. Caught me off guard. I was just putting eye drops on. Nothing much. Just getting ready for the show. How's everybody doing out there? Hi, June. First one out there. Let's see if Mayan's next. Let's see. Come on. Use my powers. Come on! Mayan is up. Let's keep this. Good to see you, Mayan. Hi. Hello. Welcome, Titoclockers, one and all. We got Orc out there, Sari, Christian, Sari K. Hello, nice to see you again here. Christian Olpindo. Well, so let's do a few just before we get started. We always used to like to say hi to our Titoclockers like Gian or Jean. Oliver Veloso, my shirt guy, still out there. Hey, Oliver. Thanks. You still wear some of your shirts, you know. Elastic. Good job. Hello, Tita Jane. I can't pronounce your name, but hi to you. Benj Peters, Bingo, I guess. Sochi, and let's do a couple more. How about that? Couple more. Here we go. Let's put this on full screen so I can see everybody. There you go. All right. Let's. Okay, Mark, and that's it. We'll leave it there for now. That's how to follow for skincare reveal. Hey, yeah, with Skinnovate. That's always been my skincare routine or regimen, call it that. Plus, I have someone there at home now making sure that I do it every day. So that's also helped a great deal because, you got to do the maintenance. You can't just go into the Skinnovate, get them to do the magic, and then, don't moisturize or anything like that. It took me 50 years, can you believe, 50 years to moisturize. It just wasn't something I would think of before. So it's only been the last year or so, very recently, that I've been doing it at home as well as going to Innovate. But anyway, there's your answer to that. All right, so I think we've got quorum. We are already live and broadcasting to you worldwide because we are on the interwebs. So wherever you might be in Cavite, like Angelique, and you might be in Kuwait or Dubai or, wherever, right? And wherever it is you are, I hope you're doing well. Stick with us for the rest of the hour. We'll make sure we make it worth your while. We got some great prizes, especially if you got kids. But look, there are big kids out there that would love our Lego prize today. I'll talk more about that later on. But in the meantime, let's kick things off, as we always do, with the latest in headlines. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us, Chris? We're taking only good news today.
We'll try, Tito James. Hello, world. Happy Friday, my fellow Titoclockers. This is Chris, and here is your Titoclock news. The International Criminal Court, or ICC, said on Thursday it had authorized the reopening of an inquiry into the brutal anti-drugs campaign by former President Rodrigo Duterte, which left thousands dead. Duterte pulled the Philippines out of the Hague-based tribunal in 2019 after it began a preliminary probe into the crackdown. But the probe was suspended in November 2019 after Manila said it was re-examining cases of drug operations. Officially, 6,181 people were killed in Duterte's war on drugs, but rights groups said that up to 30,000 may have been killed. According to ICC prosecutor Karim Khan, the present government of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. had not provided evidence it was carrying out thorough inquiries. Marcos has vowed to continue the drug war but has ruled out rejoining the ICC. Senator Ronald De La Rosa, the national police chief during the height of the drug war, questioned the ICC's motive in pushing through with its investigation. De La Rosa pointed out that the government has barred the investigators from entering the country. The Asian Development Bank on Friday said it had approved a $500 million or 27.2 billion peso policy-based loan to help the Philippines expand opportunities in agriculture while ensuring near to long-term food security. ADB said the loan aims to develop the sector through trade policy and regulatory framework reforms. It also aims to enhance public services and finance for the sector, as well as social protection for rural families. The ADB said the new loan promotes new government initiatives, including the provision of unconditional cash transfers to rice farmers and loans to small agriculture and fishery based small firms, farmers, and fisher folks who are recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. National Economic and Development Secretary Arsenio Balisacan said boosting production is among the priorities. Although the Philippine economy grew faster than anticipated at 7.6% in 2022, Balisacan said it could have been higher if inflation wasn't elevated. Japan plans to reclassify the novel coronavirus to the same category as common infectious diseases such as seasonal influenza effective May 8, government sources said on Thursday. A government task force is expected to decide today on the planned downgrade of COVID 19's category to Class 5, relaxing currently imposed steps, including restrictive measures and designation of hospitals for treatment as the disease has become less deadly. The first COVID 19 case was confirmed in Japan in January 2020 after the novel coronavirus was detected in the central Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has expressed the government's intention to shoulder all the costs for its vaccination program for the time being, even after lowering the status of the disease. Kishida is keen to revise rules on wearing protective face masks, which will likely be left to the judgment of individuals, and the quarantine period will be scrapped. Japan has lagged behind other industrialized economies in relaxing COVID 19 restrictions against a backdrop of lingering fears about soaring infections. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James and Milwaukee's Giannis Antetokounmpo will captain the NBA All-Star Game teams next month after final voting that saw Philadelphia star Joel Embiid fail to earn a starting spot. James will tie Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the man he is on track to overtake as the NBA's all-time leading scorer for most All-Star Game appearances with 19. The four-time NBA champion, who is averaging 29.9 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7 assists this season, has now served as a captain as the top vote getter from his conference in each of the 6 years that the league has used the format of captains selecting their teams from among all the available players. Antetokounmpo, the Bucks' two-time NBA Most Valuable Player, will be a captain for the third time in his career, having led a team in 2019 and 2020. Joining James among the starters selected from the Western Conference are New Orleans Pelicans forward Zion Williamson, Denver Nuggets center Nikola Jokic, Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, and Dallas Mavericks guard Luka Doncic. That's the latest from Titoclock News. Time to brace ourselves for another dose of sweet potatoes from Kamote Corner. Yeah.
Oh, that gets my blood going. That really does. The stress. I should make that my alarm clock in the morning. Then
Oh,
again,
wow.
maybe not. All
Maybe
right,
not.
Chris, be kind. It's been a big day. I
Let's
I just
see.
have done something
Everybody's
wrong.
teasing you about your senior-ish moment.
Yes, I know. I've been in the burn ward since this morning, and they just released me now for the show. So it is still fresh naman. Okay, so easy lang.
Naman. All right, here
Naman,
we go.
yeah, eh. Ano ba naman yan? I mean, look. Okay, fine. I gave him. All right, my mistake for giving him my license, right? Not knowing. But
True.
if
They
listen,
didn't check.
somebody
They didn't even check.
exactly. That's my point, Chris. I was saying if you really you thought it was that, wouldn't you check the date of birth? Apparently not.
Right.
So
They
it's,
just they just sort of assumed.
is it 60 or 65?
So
Earlier
it's
now.
so funny.
60 now.
I think it's 60.
Okay. Well, either way, I'm at least 10 years shy. At
Yes.
least 10 years shy. Oh my God, we
You're
just
not
said.
even.
Pero talagang, you should have seen his face. His face was like, when the penny dropped, he was like,
Oh
oh
my.
God. Yung pinakamasakit was that he took back the 20% off. He took it back. When he saw my face and he realized, oh, okay, Well, at least you could do is leave the discount. Nasaktan talaga ako. I was emotionally PWD.
Oh,
I
sayang.
should have done. Anyway, what you got there for
Anyway,
Kamote Corner?
all right, here we go. Let's take the first one. It's called Overtake Pa More.
I don't like the look of this already. I don't like the look of this. Yellow, yellow. I can see a car coming. Patay kang bata ka.
Ooh,
Tanga naman ni kuya. Or I don't know if it's a kuya or not. Just, ang tanga mo talaga.
syunga-syunga. Hashtag 20%.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You could wait just a little bit long.
Nope. That one really has to do a number 2.
Yeah, but all of his number twos are up here.
Yeah, it went up.
I think it went up. Yeah, nag-toxic release. Well,
Hey.
yeah, I hate to laugh at things like that because it's all okay. It's kind of funny, and until somebody gets hurt, every now and again somebody gets really badly hurt or dies from stupidity like that. So
That's true.
I know. Anyway, what else you got there?
Anyway, they're lucky. No one got hurt. And the next one, we call it Party in the Back. Let's see it.
What are we looking at? I kind of
Not
mind
sure,
myself.
but
Oh, the blue and
This car.
red.
yes. Let's
The
party.
the KSP lights.
They're partying in the back.
KSP or VIP. Yung VIP, I've said it before, is very insecure prick.
Well, this is more of just a KSP, I think.
Yeah, no, it really gets my blood boiling. These guys, seriously, like in a car park. I mean, you're not even
True.
supposed to have it at any time, but in a car park, like seriously, in a car park, you're gonna do that.
Maybe
I
they're
had a drama in the
thinking,
car park yesterday too. I tell you, yesterday was a day where all the plans were misaligned for me. I think it was that red jacket because I had a red jacket on. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, yeah. Yesterday, a couple of things happened. I was wearing my red jacket. Got confused for a
Mhm.
valet at one point, and then a
Oh my,
senior. Yeah, I posted that story because I mean,
you're either a ballet or a bellboy.
I know. Next.
Next, all right. Let's see. This is one of our favorites. It's the Swapang Kamote Parking. Oh yeah. And this one has stickers at the back, which means he is familiado. He should be setting a good example for his kids, but is not. He or she is not.
I'm just looking at it like I'm really trying my best. I mean it. I'm trying my best to find some kind of legit reason why
We
somebody would do
can't.
this.
We can't.
You can't. No,
There
I
really
mean, like,
is
even if
no.
it's just like I'm there one or 2 minutes, I just gotta drop somebody off. Then park in this park straight.
Yeah.
For what? A few seconds, you just don't want to maneuver it. I just don't get it. There's just no logic to me at all.
And even though they're just gonna drop somebody off or picking up somebody, you would see the emergency lights blinking, right? This one,
And why do you have to do that? Why not just pull in
yeah,
normal human being, you know?
that's true. Katamaran! All right, we have Swapang Kamote Parking number 1. This is number 2. Along the streets this time. And there's
Oh
two of
yeah,
them.
somebody wrote to me about this. Said, what do you think? Um, well, obviously, if they have a garage, they should go into the garage. And the one who
Yep.
sent the picture explains that right behind the red cars is the gate to the garage of that home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. This kind of looks like it might be a gated subdivision. Let's just assume it is. But even then, the only thing that's kind of like is they'll argue that the white car. You see the white car that's parallel
Yeah.
parked.
Mm-hmm.
taking that much space. So they'll argue that all they're doing is consuming the same space at the parallel park in front of their driveway. So jury's out for me, to be honest, because you know what I mean. Can you see what I'm trying to point out? It's completely different to the fact that they have a garage.
True.
I think
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty obvious already that if you have a garage, you should just go into the garage. That's fine. Okay, but assuming because the other cars are parked parallel park, so if they're allowed to park on that side of the street, and he's only sticking his hood out, and that hood is no bigger than the width of the car in front,
Right.
it's a little bit. Put it this way, I'd pick my battles. That's the only way I can kind of know, because you can argue the technicalities and you'd be right. But the thing is, if
Mm-hmm.
it's your neighbor, just pick your battles. Is it really worth losing it? Is it blocking you? Is it really annoy? It might annoy you. I agree with
Right.
you. You might have but sometimes we can just be sticklers for things that don't really matter too much. Save it for when it counts. That's how I'd handle this situation. I'm not saying he's right. But
Sure.
if this is public road, right? If this is an open community, then different. I would say just park in your garage and that's it, because there is a correct way of parking, and that is parallel parking here. So just use parallel parking. Right there. That's my
Yes. Lessons from Tita James. All right. And last but not least, inhale, exhale, Tita James, because we're at the last one. It's called Mobile Train Station, I think.
Guangzhou train station.
I mean,
Holy smokes!
ang layo. Pinanggalingan.
Transfer yung unfair dyan. And do they charge in yuan or in pesos?
Not sure, Tito. All right, Tita James, and I think we made it. Thank you so much, everybody, and congratulations in advance to our raffle winners. And have a fabulous weekend. Stay away from kamote people, but always choose happiness instead with some Sugar Rush. Follow my events team on social media. That's Sugar Rush Entertainment PH on Facebook and on Instagram, or you may shoot me a DM. That's right, it's Chris Napeñas on IG and Chris Bernetta on Facebook. Or, yeah, this is Chris Napeñas. Have a fabulous weekend once again. Stay safe, healthy, and hydrated, everybody. See you again next time. Bye!
Bye. Bye. Thanks, Chris. That's Chris with the latest in headlines. And of course, if you want to use your voiceover, I mean, look, there are her details. Proper message. We love to spread the love around. And of course, the opportunities, because that's what the show has always been about ever since we started it back in around March of 2020 during the first part of the lockdown. And now we're heading up to 3 years already of doing this show. Enjoyed every single second of it. And one of my favorite segments of this show has been what we call Free Plug Friday, which is just a little way to help out our local community of businesses, especially those who are really struggling and who have had to pivot into something new, don't have budget for advertising. This is the venue for that. So what we got today, well, we're going to have to find out from X. What you got in the box there, X?
Woo! Hi, Tita James. We actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday. All right, guys, feast your eyes on the screen. Tita James. So first up, what we have here is an event that's happening this coming January 28th, which is tomorrow, Saturday. It's called the 2023 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 1 Season 23 by R33. And this has actually been approached to us. We've been approached by Oliver Veloso, because I know you saw him earlier when we started the show, right? He actually was the one who wanted everyone to find out about this, because it's happening tomorrow in R33 Drift Track in San Simon, Pampanga, Philippines. So guys, if you would like to see some cars drifting, or if you want to spend some time outside and see something cool, this is it. Go, feel free to bring yourselves over if you guys are in the area. Again, it's 2023 Philippine Autocross Championship Series Round 1 Season 23. All right. Next, Tito James, we go to Tsenamburi. It's actually the scented candle that's actually like on your table. Right.
I love candles, by the way.
All right. So, Tito James, just a little bit of background. Tsenamburi is actually like a Tagalog word. Like, te, anong hanap mo? I think that's actually the Tagalog meaning of it. And a little background is this started back in 2021 as a hobby. So these guys offer these handcrafted scented soy candles. I actually have some here myself, which I'm gonna show.
Wow, fresh.
How does it? What scent did you get?
Alaya.
Alaya. All right. So guys,
You
these are
remember
hand.
that viral video before from the
Which
LRT?
one?
I'm Alaya.
I'm sure everyone remembers that, Tito
You
James.
do?
That's been like this one's
Whatever
besides
happened to her?
now. Oh goodness! I think that actually became like a worldwide phenomenon, right? It became so
Happy
viral.
birthday.
Oh, cool! Happy
We missed
birthday
the
to that.
birthday. It was a mama birthday, and we always have time for mama. For Mama Feli Albania ko 63rd. Happy birthday. Keep going.
Happy birthday! Would you like some candles? I'm kidding. So, guys, I wish we could give these away, but of course we're only here to try it because I have like a small batch, and these are actually handcrafted scented soy candles that are hand
Soy.
poured in small batches. So,
Mhm.
Tito James, what you have there is one of the scents, and they have other scents too, like Indu, berry crumble, and of course they also have lualu. And they all smell really good. I actually would like to try them. Like they each have like a unique scent. And these guys, oh yes, Tito James,
You said they're all soy?
made of they're soy candles.
You know, I didn't know that was a thing until I thought soy candles were just candles introducing themselves in Spanish. That's what.
I wish Chris were here to do that thing with the drum.
Soy
But yeah,
candle.
the soy candle. So these Spanish, I'm kidding, they're not Spanish, but they're made of soy, which are made in small batches. And they also do
Okay.
custom souvenirs for weddings, christening, office giveaways, and the likes. And they have many scents to choose from. Apart from these that they sent over to the studio, they have scents such as lavender, vanilla, lemon, cucumber, melon, orchids, and so much more. And right now, guys, they are actually accepting pre-orders because they actually have run out of stock. So if you would like to try pre-order, and you can see the Facebook and Instagram page there, it's scrolling down below. It's Tsenamburi Scented Candles on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not the least, Tito James, Rocket's gonna have to make a special appearance for the last thing that we are. Would you like to show what you have? Not Rocket's. Rocket's actually behind me, Tito James. Look,
Sorry.
it's actually ready.
Oh.
Oh, where are you at? Would you like to show the color, Tito James?
The color of
The
the
color blue
the
color.
collar.
Yes,
Is this
it's
for dogs or
actually-
cats?
That's for dogs and cats, or any pet that can actually like fit within the neck diameter. That's actually from the Strap Shop PH. Again, it's scrolling down below at Facebook and Instagram. They offer handmade collars, leashes, muzzles, harnesses, and made of biothane. So if you can feel the material, Rocket, I'm just gonna take this off you. Guys, biothane is actually a material that's known to be waterproof, odor-proof, mold-proof, hypoallergenic, and very durable. How does it smell? Smells, looks pretty durable. Yeah, I mean, I like the buckle too.
Yeah, actually, the buckle's quite classy.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
And actually, they actually asked for the size of the neck diameter of Rocket and Marshall, your cat, before they actually send them over because they have different sizes. And this is actually called the small pooch collar. And of course, what Marshall has is the blue one. So this one is for Rocket. And the price is 700 pesos for a black collar, whereas the colored ones like these and the ones that you're holding, Tito James, is actually worth 800 pesos. So guys, I hope you can check them out because they have other designs as well. Again, Strap Shop PH on Facebook and Instagram. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Book Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the clockers. This is X. Peace out. Enjoy your weekend. Bye. Say bye, Rocket. Bye.
I'll see you later, Rocket. I'll see you for the raffle. All right, here you go. Well, that's X and Rocket with the Free Plug Friday. And if you have anything that you would like to be plugged on Free Plug Friday, we keep this again. I mean, the regulars know this, but the newbies, it's something that we keep really for the businesses that have pivoted and don't have budget. So if you're a kind of big business already and you have a bit of marketing budget, try to make way for others who don't, because it's just the way we get people back into circulating the local economy, and that's what it's for. So send us a message on IG. There it is, scrolling down there, very easy to find. If you want to be part of Free Plug Friday, and X will take care of you there. All right, that's that. It's now time for Ask Me Anything. Brought to you by our friends at Petron. Okay, so we got, is it Loy is watching us from Manansala? Greetings, neighbor. Okay, so now we are, no, yeah, it is Loy. Okay, right, so we received a violation. Okay, non-contact. Let me see, read this aloud. Received a notice of violation of a non-contact apprehension policy dated 1/25/2023. Violation date is 7/17/2022. However, the SC issued a order of TRO. Oh no, you're required. I did check before, and the last time I checked, Benj, because this question did come up, it is not retroactive. It's only for the period that is covered. So if you received it on the violation date 7/17 and August 30 was the Supreme Court, then unfortunately it seems like you're fresh out of luck. That's at least according to what I've been told, and I have talked to the NCAP people quite a lot about this, and it's already going back to, it's being argued now as we speak whether they should bring it back or not, but you may be stuck with the fine. So I will send a message after this just in case there's a chance that I'm wrong. I'll send a message to the NCAP people that we were talking to and see if you are covered. It might also help if you tell us what city that you got busted in, because different LGUs have different procedures and different people that run it. So there you go. It's run actually by the LGUs now. And so there you go. You're required to settle before the TRO date. See, Ayan knows more. But if you settle after, it will probably reflect in your the registration. So there you go. Another concern. All right, what's this concern? It's a 50 peso flat rate. Oh, yeah, I get it. Sulat ng 100. Is that allowed? Can we get the attention of Manila? Looks dodgy AF, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not from the city of Manila. I haven't been there for a little while, but this does look dodgy, because if you can just cross it out and handwrite it, well, you can write anything, right? So it's very, very difficult to believe. I think you already have enough reason to complain, because it's very confusing. So even if they said, no, it's really official, it was raised to 100. If it was raised to 100, you can print some new tickets. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it should be. You can't run old receipt books and stuff like that and start scribbling things out. No, come on, man, let's have some standards. So you have a right to complain. I just don't know if they officially raised their rates. And if they did officially raise their rates, normally that can't just be doubled overnight, from 50 to 100. There's a little bit of you got to work within a sliding scale naman. So next. Hybrid cars, yes, it is already implemented. The tricky part here is, there are some officers who still don't get the memo. People have sent me screen grabs from MMDA that still say hybrids are not included. So there is a bit of an information campaign problem that we have. But you are covered by Evida. This question has been answered before. You can say that, no, check your Evida law, check it. It says hybrid, and you'll find it there online. You should be able to Google it. As a matter of fact, if you do already own a hybrid car, Mark, what I would suggest is I would go into Google the hybrid law, the Evida law, and then you just take out the portions there, screenshot that, keep that in a folder in your phone. If you ever get busted, just put that there, show it to the guy, show him the link, and then say, mag-group chat na lang kayo, okay? Okay, yeah, there you go. See, I wrote about it. Although that's a dodgy that's a dodgy picture of me, right? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of my Manila Bulletin thingy? The hair is on point. They got the hair right. That seems to be the oh, the eyes, I guess, are fine. It's the nose and mouth thing, or more the mouth, I think. What do you think? I'm trying. Can't do it. Rate my Manila Bulletin thing. Okay, what are your thoughts on the recent law or regulation approving bringing pets to it? I love the idea. I think it's, they're of course they're asking for vaccination cards and stuff like that, and I think you have to. I don't know if I read correctly. Maybe someone else can help me out here because I just scanned through it. You have to put them into a carrier. X, do you know? Do you have to put them in a carrier or not? Oh, wait, this is not. However, it should be limitations. Not all pets are used to carry. It does more harm than good. Where subways, as long as it's in a bag or carrier. Okay, the bag I can get. The bag's fine. The carrier could be a little difficult because if you're traveling with your pet, imagine carrying the pet everywhere. No problem on the train, but what happens when you're walking through the streets of Metro Manila can get a little bit hard. But as long as they allow it in a bag or just holding it, I think it should be fine. There's certain, of course, limitations to the size. But I love the idea because I really think that pets are a lot cleaner than some humans I know. Here we go. Right. Carrier or cage? Carriers should be in the passenger's lap or floor bag. Strollers are not allowed. Pet diaper, okay, that's fine with the pet diapers. All right. Yeah, it's just the carrier thing that I'm a little concerned about because again, if you leave things to room for interpretation, for example, Rocket can be just carried, right? I mean, in the building, every time he goes down, we have rules in the building about the dogs are only allowed to use the service elevator. But they're intelligent enough to know the difference between. Well, Rocket's like a handbag, so he's not quite a big sized dog. So carrying him in the elevator, in the passenger elevator, is fine. They just say, okay, that's fine because he's small. But if he was bigger and he was running around, different. So again, I just worry about the way they interpret it and the way you get harassed by the wrong person. But in general, let me just say 100% for this. What do you thought the reason of okay? Well, okay, we still have a good bit of time. James, what's your take on pot? Please see if one of the clubs provide free membership, meaning free club sticker and OM plus on top of it. Members get a free car consultation club because what the admin says is a simple pot when you get a chance to come across with one. Call me old or whatever. What pot? What's pot? X, help me out. Do they mean? Huh? Turn on your mic. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know what pot is. We're not talking like marijuana or anything, right? I mean, I'm sounding really old now. Probably it's probably something so obvious.
Yes. Sorry to see, but you're alone here, man. Like every time I search for pot, it's the one that's illegal here in the country. So I don't want to say that.
Okay, so I'm not. Okay, well, that's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to know if it wasn't something super obvious that I'm missing. Okay, if you can, and you're a millennial, we're good.
Oh, there, honking the pot, boop, beep, beep, beep.
Honking the horn, pot when you say club member. Okay, all right. If it's just a little toot, that's fine. I mean, if you're doing noise barrages, I got a problem with it. But if it's a little toot, come on, a little bit of that's fine. It's okay with me, I guess. Assuming, curious to know. So yeah, let's end that. It's two different things. So if it's just when you see another member, fine. I'm good with that. As long as it's just small. Curious to know, allowed ba ang tenant ng isang commercial building na mag-clamp at maniningil ng illegal parking if nakapark ang isang driver although may sign na hindi nakapark na kapit? They issued receipt using the cafes or which is an F&B. I don't think the tenant is allowed to do it. The admin, yes. I'm not even 100% sure if they're allowed to clamp. But because the thing is here, we get away with so much. We don't ask and then it becomes accepted. Just like putting the pot plants or the tire or the cone or the wooden trestle, wooden horse type trestle things in parking spaces to claim it as yours when you have a vulcanizing shop or a roadside shop. These are all things that are illegal, but we turn a blind eye, that becomes normal. So I've seen some private places clamping. I'm not sure if that's legal, actually. I'm not sure. It could be, but because it's private property, they're allowed to enforce that. But, also it kind of takes some, what happens if they damage the car, etc. I'm pretty sure the tenant has no right to do that. I'm pretty sure. But then again, I don't know the whole situation. So I'll have to skip this one, Kane, because I don't really know all the facts. So I'd be leaning on the side of, if it's clamping, I'm not 100% sure if private people are allowed to clamp, but I know that they are allowed to protect their own private property and the parking within their private property. I know they're allowed to issue tickets, but they have to be issued there's a procedure through that. You can't just all of a sudden start issuing tickets because those tickets have to be approved. Let's say if it's an association, has to come through there. There needs to be a bylaw or an ordinance. If it's we're talking about private. So bylaws and stuff like that has to be there, approved by the board. There are many procedures. You can't just walk around finding people without procedures. So it does sound like they're very, very dodgy, to be honest. I agree with Bill. Next. Daming dodgy, no? Ooh, this is a tricky one, Maureen. Very tricky one. Okay. I'm glad you asked it, by the way, because a long time ago, way before things got so crazy on the internet, I was an advocate of the idea of having some form of an internet birth certificate. Now, bear with me. I have a kind of thought this through a little bit. The problem I was trying to solve with that was basically trolls and fake accounts and stuff like that. It's very easy to just be anonymous on the internet. And we all know the problems basically of social media, how people can just be horrible to one another because they're anonymous. So the idea of registering your social media accounts makes sense to me in the way that there has to be some accountability for your actions. You have got to be able to, at least authorities can trace you back. I don't agree with the fact that it's out there, meaning all the information. But if you do something slanderous, you defame somebody, you do something threatening, illegal, or any of the things that are unacceptable in speech, then by all means, you have got to have some recourse for authorities to come back to you, and you're accountable for your actions or words, right? Having said that, it worries me a little bit about, again, what the government does with this information and power. This has always been a worry. So I balance it out between that. That's my issue. It's like later on, okay, so we all agree there's a problem to be solved. So we submit ourselves. But this is the first step this is the game that they play. I'm just saying, not the Philippine government, I'm saying all governments play this game. They create a problem or they highlight a problem and they fearmonger around this problem, saying, oh, we have this problem of people, trolls, and this and that, and that. Therefore, we should register the accounts, because if you've got nothing to hide, then you shouldn't have any problem with it. And everyone goes, yes, for the greater good. The world's worst situations have been done in the name of the greater good, right? Because they sell you on this idea, then later they abuse the power that they have over you, where they can censor you, they can harass you, they can do all sorts of things. So I think the bigger issue here for me is there's a trust issue. If they can somehow guarantee us with some transparency that our data is safe and it's not going to be abused, then I'm all for it. Because I do think we have a problem that we need to solve. But I don't know if we're swapping one problem for a bigger problem. Gucci says the same thing. The problem will be the implementation. And of course, yes, the abuse that can be done on the other side. This is what scares me. Is now, we saw in COVID, whether regardless of which side of the fence you sit on, how people responded to COVID. I think it's fair to say that they use the fear to be able to do a massive data grab, unprecedented level of data grab and control over citizens. And now there's really no going back because they have all of our data. So we now it's one step closer to being, Big Brother completely controlling us. I think we should be very careful about that because we do still live in a democracy and it won't be long. It can happen that quickly where it ends up like China. And it's under the guise of a democracy. They won't say that it's communist, or they won't say it's, they won't say it's communist, but they're acting like it and they're hiding under the greater good. We need to do this because, there's so many, like, for example, when they do things like they make you take your helmet off in a village, that's fear mongering, overreacting to a problem. But then you now have a bigger problem. If the innocent person, let's face it, 9 or 10 out, more than 9 out of 10, probably more than 999 out of 1,000 riders are not riding in tandem, right? So you've got that small percentage that they're trying to attack, but everyone's damai. So you can have the innocent riders break their heads on the floor because they're not wearing a helmet because they were told to take it off to solve a small problem. Similar sort of principle that I'm getting at is you cannot just overreact based on the worst possible outcome and then you subject everybody to the same oppressive rule. So I'm very wary, but I'm not close-minded to the idea because I do think that we need it. I worry about implementation. Next. How about the senior citizens discount experience? Oh, I'm still hurting from that. No, actually, I play it up a little bit. It was funny. It was funny to see the guy's face. I'm not sensitive about things like that because if I was sensitive, you'd see I'd be dyeing my hair. I've never dyed my hair. I don't need to dye my hair. It's just there. I was given, and it's fine. It's all good. You can act your age, and some people see you as young, some people see you as old. It doesn't matter. It's how you see yourself. So that's important. And to me, I see myself as just the same young spirit guy. I mean, yeah, I'm trapped in a Tito body, but it doesn't bother me at all. I'm very, very comfortable with it. In fact, the whole point of branding this whole Titoclock thing, this whole Tito thing, is I steered into it. Why not? I'm not sensitive about it at all. I shared it. Okay, there's a little bit of, I build up the drama a little bit because I'm genuinely not offended. But, of course, in the story, it was unexpected. I'll tell you that much. It was totally unexpected because I really genuinely thought I gave my credit card. So when he handed it back, and I was like, did I, that moment where you're like, wait, did I pay already? And then have to give an ID to validate the credit card. I don't remember. And then when he saw that, that's when he said, I thought you gave me the bill because, Juan, there it is. That's what we're talking about for the people who have just arrived. There's the story right there. So yes, confused for senior citizen, it's okay. It's funny. And except lang, he could have at least given me the 20% off, right? I mean, after hurting my feelings like that, he could have said, sige, nagkamali tayo, and just left the 20%. Instead, when I gave him the credit card, he went back, recalculated, gave me the bill with the 20% off. A non-senior. All right. A lot of people were asking also who the lady I'm with, well, that's my partner, and yes, we normally don't sort of publicize a lot, but yes, it was part of the story. So of course I'd love to show her because I'm very proud of this. So yes, and for those who were asking, that's 330 Roxy. That's where she there. All right, now I'm blushing, so you can take it off now. Okay? Yes, it is. It's Roxy of Aichi. Good. You got it right. So there's a follower right there. So yeah, we've been together for about just over a year or so. So yeah, we just keep it, or we try to keep it private because we try to enjoy our private time. But this is Titoclock, so for me this is still private. Okay, next. Do you think what they've done to force the government to change the laws but not limit driving without license? What do you think can be done to force the government to change laws such as but not limit to driving without license or DUIs? At the moment, Our laws only require financial penalties but no jail time. DUI has a jail time. I know because we have it's a drunk driving act, a new one. Well, it's not that new anymore. But my frustration here, Gucci, is that's exactly what it is. It's just an act, just for show. Because nobody that I know of has actually been charged successfully under the Drunk Driving Act. And that's a problem. But I do know that there's a provision there for jail time. And here's the crazy part. You hurt somebody on the road and you're sober and you're perfectly, it wasn't even your fault. Kill somebody by accident. The guy could be on the wrong side of the road, could have no helmet, could have do everything wrong, and you'll still be locked up in jail. Meaning at least overnight because you'll be charged with reckless imprudence resulting in either injury or homicide. And that's unfair. That's totally unfair. That you won't even get a trial. You'll be put into jail until you can bail yourself out. So if kawawa ka naman if you're in the province, kawawa ka naman if you don't have the money, because a lot of these drivers don't. So what they end up doing is just negotiating with family, paying for the family's the debt bills for the family, even if it's totally not their fault. And so many horror stories have come out of this, like drunk drivers. The other guy was drunk, comes on the wrong side of the road, no helmet, no license, no nothing, bang, hits a bus, hits a car, whatever, and it's a bus driver that's locked up. So I agree 100% with you. But I do want to just clear that up, that our DUI does actually have that. Driving without license, I don't believe we do have a jail sentence for that. But the DUI we do. But we really got to take both a lot more seriously. The mere fact that I gave you that example where somebody without a license, drunk and no helmet on the wrong side of the road doesn't say have the same penalty as the guy that hit them, right? That's crazy. But that's how we operate. I was talking to a lawyer just the other day who works for the city of Manila, and they were also telling me the same thing about just the antiquated laws. There's just so many antiquated laws out there that really need to be revisited because it's just not fair. Okay, we're almost there. I think we need to do the draw already. Yep, 5:51. All right. It's now we'll do one last question, and then it'll be everybody's favorite time. All right, Super Lance. Same, I agree. But why is I just think it comes down to why the point system is not implemented is just the technology and the coordination around it. That's my personal observation based on what I've seen out there. It's just we don't have a centralized system that is efficient enough to be able to do that. When I say centralized, you also need to be, well, of course, it's technically centralized through the LTO, but it's like the MMDA will take your license, the LGU will take your license. All of these people have different ordinances and different stuff. So they can't even agree on fines being universal. They're working on it now. They can't agree on penalties being universal. So how can they agree on points being universal? And how can that officer have, let's say, register that on the side of the road that this infringement, blah, 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 will take 3 points off your license, etc. That all needs to be centralized and one uniform system. We just don't have it. And that's why they don't do it. Okay, that was it. It's now everybody's favorite time. It is raffle time! Where's that go? We'd like to, of course, thank our partners here at Titoclock for making this all possible. Global Dominion, Petron, AutoKid, Ogawa, Malayan Insurance, Skinaway, and of course, Rocket Ship over here. So, Rocket, this is what we're drawing out today. Here we go. Look at this. Who doesn't love Lego? You're never too old for Lego. Didn't get the price. No, it hasn't. Rocket, we're drawing this out today. Just a little backstory on this. This is actually a gift that was given to me by PLDT last night. That's why I was wearing a red jacket in the launch. It was basically they're launching their service. It's a partnership with Lionsgate Play. Lionsgate Play is basically a streaming on-demand service, just like Netflix, just like Disney Plus, etc. And it's exclusive to PLDT Home subscribers. So if you do have a PLDT Home subscription, you can get a free Lionsgate subscription right now by going and basically if you're already a member subscriber. What's wrong with me, Rocket? Subscriber. You can just opt in. If you want to be a new subscription, you'll get this up until June 2023. So there you go. That's that was me hosting last night. That's why I was wearing a red jacket in the senior moment thing, because that's what I had to do. And so there you go. There's my ready, Rocket? Ready? Okay, let's go. Let's do it, Rocket. Feed him first, he says. Feed me. Okay, Cynthia, go and opt in. Just go to the Lionsgate Play website, log in, and it'll ask you a series of questions, and you should be able to activate it right from there. Ready? Oh, by the way, because it was a Lamborghini movie, that's why it's a Lamborghini. You okay there, Rocket? You look sad. Noel, Lazaro. Ready, Rocket? Are you happy? You picked the winner? There you go. There you go, Rocket ship. Okay, one last one. Send a
message to Rocket's Instagram.
Okay, and don't forget, if you are a winner, Dranoel, you have 24 hours to send your message. Just include the screenshot, send it to the Rocket's IG, that's the.rocket.launcher, and put a screenshot there just as proof so we know it came from your account, the same account. Congratulations, Eva. You can get that for free now. And Lamborghini, if you like the brand, it tells you the whole backstory of how that brand happened. And it was very interesting. I learned a few things, and I thought I knew a lot already about that story, but still a good movie. And yep, it's free until June 2023. All right, from all of us here, I think that wraps up this episode of Titoclock. See you again next Friday for another episode. Till then, be kind to one another. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk.